Welcome back to 5410 Africa, the channel that helps you travel Africa. In this video we are visiting the Hwange National Park, and I'll provide you with all the information you might need to do the trip yourself. I left Victoria Falls less than an hour ago after spending 6 marvelous nights camping there. Check out my Victoria Falls video if you haven't yet, and traveled about 50 kilometers south to get here. We're just after the turn-off to Robin's Camp as well as the Pandamatenga border post. The plan is to camp for 3 nights in the park, 1 night each at Robin's Camp, Sinamatella as well as the Guvalava platform, because it's the cheapest. Join my Patreon. But I don't want to say too much. Let's pass through the park gate and I'll start sharing some information. At nearly 15,000 square kilometers, Hwange is the largest as well as the oldest and most popular park in Zimbabwe. It lies in the northwest of the country, just off the A8 main road between Bulawayo and Victoria Falls. I'm told to expect about 100 mammal species, including the big 5, more than 400 bird species and massive herds of elephant. It's wild, it's remote. What more would you want in life?
Name?
The date, name,
ID number?
ID
Passport.
number,
Okay.
nationality.
How much pay here?
Hello?
I pay here at the park.
No, we pay to the main office. Then.
Oh, I can pay at Robin's Camp?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
That's it, we're in. I paid $20 per night camping. For me, you can pay it in cash or credit card. Again, amazed. They have Wi-Fi, $3 for 3 gigs. Beautiful swimming pool and lots more. And then on this side is the park's office. I paid $10 per day to be inside the park because I'm using park accommodation. If not, then you're going to pay $20 per day. And I paid $10 to have my car inside. That's $10 for every 5 days. Then the campsites themselves, if you want a full review, you can join my Patreon. I do that for my Patreons on our little WhatsApp group. But yeah, looks decent. There's some piney trees for shade. It is in the sand. There's a bin, I think electricity that works. There's a tap, place to braai, place to sit. I think this is the perfect camp for that first night in Hwange, just to settle in. I'm going to set up camp and then go for a little drive, and if I see anything interesting, I'll share that with you. Well, we didn't see anything interesting. Also, it's the next morning if you haven't noticed. Well, we did see some impala, lots of zebra, as well as some sable. I think it was sable. We had little toms, one of the waterholes in the vicinity of Robin's Camp. We left early this morning. Sunrise was at 06:37. It's the middle of August, just for information. I had a beautiful drive with the sun rising. Went to Big Tom's as well. That's another waterhole in the vicinity. Didn't see much there, but it's still a very beautiful waterhole. The plan has already changed. Going from 3-4 nights to 6 nights. I want to spend 2 nights each at Robin's Camp as well as Sinamatella, as well as the Guvalava platform, or maybe somewhere else. We'll see. We'll see how things turn out. That just gives me enough time to show you the camps as well as the surrounding areas. And from here, we're just gonna explore.
On the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal.
Is that a fish eagle? Did you hear that? That's awesome. Yeah, we're at the croc and hippo pools. One of the other spots or hides or water holes around Robin's Camp. I can confirm I've seen both crocodiles as well as hippos. It's not been a very successful morning, except for those elephant. I didn't see much else. And from here I'll go back to reception because I need to pay for another night's camping. I'll also ask him what other types of accommodation they have. I'll give you that information. Maybe go to the swimming pool, tell you about the other facilities and show you around a bit.
Left on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. Out of my mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see? I must have been wrong.
Yes, I did go to reception. Yes, I did book another night. They do have other accommodation. You can get a room in a chalet for $170 per person per night. Then as well as the swimming pool, they also have a bar and restaurant, as well as a lookout tower, which you can climb and have a good look from. I showed you the campsite. Beautiful, brand new ablutions with hot water. And from the campsite, there's a passageway that takes you to the main camp. I'm now at Big Tom's waterhole, meaning I've shown you all 3 waterholes in the vicinity today. And I think that's it for chapter 1 of this video, Robin's Camp. If you have any questions about the camp or entry, pop them in the comments below and I'll gladly answer them. And tomorrow we'll start chapter 2 on the Sinamatella Camp. I woke up quite late this morning, quite lazily and slowly, had a decent cup of coffee, I always do. Broke up camp, and chapter 2 of this video takes us 60 kilometers east of Robin's Camp to Sinamatella. Whereas Robin's Camp is situated on the northern gate of the park, Sinamatella is the entry gate from the eastern side. The main road in the park runs from main camp in the southeast directly to Robin's in the northwest, and about halfway, roughly halfway, there's a turn off to the east, and that's the one that goes to Sinamatella. All 3 of these camps can be accessed from the A8 tar road, which runs parallel to the park, and that's also the road that runs between Guvalava and Victoria Falls. Starting in the south, main camp can be accessed from the town of Deteema, Sinamatella from Hwange Town, and Robin's from Victoria Falls, as well as the Pandamatenga border post or crossing with Botswana. This is Deteema Dam, one of the exclusive campsites you find all over Hwange National Park. And yes, you can actually book and sleep here all by yourself. There's toilets, hot water showers and a hide. And how it works is everybody else is still allowed to use the spot during the day, but at night it's exclusively yours. But that's not the reason I came here. I came here because I was told there's lion in the area. Just spoke to the ranger. They were there in the corner of the dam the whole morning, but unfortunately they left. I did go for a little drive around, couldn't find them, and then of course I asked the ranger if I can sleep here tonight. He contacted the office and unfortunately it's already booked. So we're gonna have to move on to Sinamatella Camp, our original plan, which is still another 50 kilometers away. Oh, we found something nice and there's such a big smile on my face. Don't say I don't show you nice places. Oh my word, check out this view. I'm gonna take every camera I have and take a picture of this view and try and recreate it for you. Yes, the camp is shot. The campsite is shot. I think officially it's closed, but if you ask them nicely, they'll let you stay here. I'm the only one in the camp, like literally the only one here. This is so beautiful. The road here was alright. 4x4, yes. I don't want to say you're not going to need a 4x4, because if I say that, people are going to quote me, and when they get stuck they're going to say, but Nick, you said 4x4. Yes, I can see it's dry season now. I can see that it can be a problem in the wet season. More important is a good set of tires. I'm using the Maps.me app to navigate. I couldn't find a paper map for Zimbabwe, so I didn't get one. Then fuel, there's no fuel in any of the camps. Outside of the park, you're going to find fuel at Vic Falls that I've seen myself. Then I'll confirm Hwange Town as well as Deteema. And that's about it, $17 per person per night to camp here. It's basically, now it's just a wild camping spot on a beautiful hill.
There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light.
Currently exploring the Kashavi Loop, which basically runs around the hill that Sinamatella Camp is situated on. Yesterday afternoon I had another change of mind after finding out that the densest concentrations of game is south or below that turn off to Sinamatella. Also, I've shown you everything I can. I had a walk around the camp yesterday. Things don't look good. I've shown you the view. So really no use on staying another night. So I've asked the ranger at reception to try and book Masuma Dam for me, that spot for me tonight. It's only about 26 kilometers away. And then for the 2 nights after that, the Guvalava platform. So for now, I'm just going to carry on exploring this area. And the focus for the next 3 days is just going to be on finding animals, which has been extremely tough.
that you're doing fine, 'cause you got me.
The verdict is in. Fortunately, Masuma is fully booked for tonight and a couple of nights after that, but we did reach some kind of compromise. Shumba is apparently empty tonight. I met a couple up in Robin's camp. They said it's beautiful, so I'm happy to go there. Guvalava is no longer fit for human use, but after a bit of begging, they told me, okay, stop there tomorrow. If you're happy with it or happy to sleep there, come to main camp and book it. We'll keep it for you. For now, I just need to pack up all of this. Then we'll still go to Mandavu Dam and then to Masuma, just have a look, and then on to Shumba. That's a lot of different names and stuff. I'll put a map on the screen just to keep you orientated.
Beneath the river of rain, beneath the river of rain.
Unfortunately, due to overbooking, I will now have to spend the night at Masuma Dam. This is where I'm spending it. The campsite's outside. I still need to pitch my tent. Yeah, a little bit extra driving, but who's complaining? This is all mine for the night. So how the picnic sites work is, during the day, I think I've already explained this. During the day, everybody can use them. At 6 o'clock, they lock the gate, and it's exclusively yours. So I get to use this water hole exclusively tonight as well as tomorrow morning. Not complaining. Ever since, there's some elephant coming, there's about 10 hippos on that side, there's 2 buffalo drinking water that side. Ever since I came back on the main road from Sinamatella, there's definitely been an increase in game, especially elephants. I've seen more than 100 elephants by now. Also got a little mock charge, my first one ever. Yeah, it's been a good day. Like I said, the next couple of days, hopefully we move to Guvalava tomorrow. Next couple of days is only about finding animals. And I'll share those last few bits of information.
Beneath the river of rain, you can revive your fate and make it seem like shining new. Just don't forget your way, the simple things that make you make it.
This is the Guvalava platform I've been on about since the start of this video. Finally arrived here. Yes, it is a bit broken down. I could still stay here, I don't have an issue. The facility is obviously gone. And look at that, can you see in the background? Elephant. That's why. Staying at Masuma last night just showed me why you need to stay at this spot. More than 100 elephant last night. Hippos swimming, them getting into arguments. Lions roaring. It's something special. It's very different. Only issue is driving down, not a lot of animals. I don't know what's happened. But more pressing is from Shumba. It seems like there used to be a tar road that's just gone. Well, it's falling apart in some places, in other areas it's just gone. Worst corrugations I've ever experienced in my life. So I'm having mixed feelings about the road, and having to drive 30 kilometers from here to main camp, booking this, paying and coming back another 30 kilometers on this road. I don't think I'm up to it.
You knocked me down, swept my feet off the ground, left me on the floor. Hard to resist, got me looking like this, like no one before. 'Cause I must be strong, 'cause this might go on for long. 'Cause I was wrong, and he's always there for you.
And this is where we end this video, not as expected, in the main camp campsite. They didn't want to give me Guvalava. They say it's not safe to stay there, the water's not clean, facilities, etc., etc. I wasn't going to drive back to 30 kilometers anyway. So for information from Shumbapan all the way here, the road is shot. Use any other alternative you can find. Campsite here is, if you have to, one night, I would rather stay outside the gate or pay a little bit extra at $17 per person per night. Pay a little bit extra and use one of the exclusive sites or picnic sites. That's about it. I think I gave you all the information you'll need to come to Hwange. I'll put a lot of information in the description below. You can always ask. Yes, there is some cell phone signal in main camp. They do have a restaurant, Wi-Fi. None of the above works properly. And that's it. Let me not carry on. Let me not ramble too much. Anyways, hope you enjoyed that. Hope it was useful. If you did, smash the like button. Consider joining my Patreon for only $5 per month. I'm Nick from Namibia, from Hwange National Park in Zimbabwe. You'll be watching 5410 Africa.